Schools are getting their act together, but it may take our kids a little more time to adjust to the changes. Welcome. It's David Murphy, Coach Murphy here, and hope you're well during this coronacation quarantine. Let's talk about some homeschool help. The concern at this point is how students are doing and whether or not they are making effective transition into the homeschooled mindset. Teachers are distributing required content to students using LMS platforms like Schoology, Google Classroom, and Canvas, and also through online video conferences like Zoom or Google Hangout. The assignments are no longer optional, but there are ongoing debates of how these assignments will be evaluated and how much content can be expected for our homeschooled students. Even though this is uncharted territory for everybody, there is an expectation that our elementary, middle, and high school students should be able to engage in some level of academic learning within the home. Many kids just jumped at this opportunity for self-initiation and self-exploration and made it look easy. They are grabbing books, board games, and engaging in the world around them with self-directed interests. Others are still stuck in a spiral of dysregulation. Maybe their habits are consumed with video games and other dopamine-rich activities. In most cases, parents have to step in and do what they can to help their child organize their thinking and behavior, to create some structure and balance of priorities. I have made a list of recommendations for parents that can help make the most of this crazy time. Create a meaningful schedule for you and your child during homeschooling. This should be a child-directed discussion, but with the guidance of parents. This promotes a positive and child-centered dialogue around the balance of things: chores, assignments, free time, screen time. No kid who has ambition for college should ignore the value of this conversation. Creating a schedule that independently balances schoolwork and free time is what every college kid has to do. It is the foundation of college readiness skills. Another recommendation is to discuss opportunities within each week to learn and take on new challenges. This discussion should focus on personal strengths and interests and goals. There should be goals set that are simple and obtainable around activities that match your child's personal growth. They can start with this question: what challenges do you want to set for yourself this week? It can be learning to ride a bike, writing a short story, or learning to play chess, or making lasagna, or whatever perks your interest or curiosity. There are no rules to this discussion. Personally, my daughter loves to write and run. She and I discussed challenges of writing a short story every day and running 7 days in a row. We then created something called Open Mic Night, where the family gets together to share our stories and to give a performance. Again, there are no rules to this. It should be meaningful and positive. Another recommendation, the third recommendation, is to connect our children to parenting and family obligations. There should be clearly described expectations around roles and family responsibilities. Again, let your child be part of the discussion. Parents can think beyond chores and explore opportunities that did not present themselves before. Children can take an active role in dinner time, laundry time, and cleanup time, and other major family and parenting roles. These activities are extremely affirming to any student. It gives them a sense of responsibility and strengthens their personal identity. It feels good to be helpful, especially with those you love. Stay unplugged and promote time in your family for quiet time. This can be a chance for reading, board games, and simple conversations. This notion of quiet time has been lost in the overscheduled lives that we have lived. We are now faced with an opportunity that we should not ignore. As long as we are healthy, then we should be able to look back at this time with fondness and gratitude for how it helped the family. As a teacher, I see the reading struggles firsthand. Too many students don't read and therefore can't study or manage higher order thinking requirements. If there is a silver lining to forced quarantine, it's ample time to connect with reading. Take time. Another recommendation is to take time to connect with your kids. Reset all pre-existing expectations and take every moment to connect and listen to your children. Coronacation gives us a chance to pause on the challenges that our children face each day. It gives us a chance to connect with our kids in ways that we have missed before. Who are they? What are their innate gifts and interests? Too many times we just jump in and solve our children's problems and we just tell them what to do. At this point, we are blessed with the gift of time to connect, to listen, to affirm, and to discuss problems and solutions. Another recommendation is to relax, breathe, and take care of yourself. This is my favorite. Too many parents put their children first and ignore themselves. This is not a recipe for long-term success. See what you can do to create your own schedule. Maybe there's a book still on your nightstand that has not been finished. Maybe there is an online yoga course that you've been trying to start. Or maybe you need to stop making dinner and see how your children step up and provide for you. Last recommendation is to talk to your kids about doing a dopamine detox. Maybe talk to yourself as well. If college readiness skills are your concerns, then now is a great time to discuss them. College success is based more on effective management of life than on one's capacity to learn. College success is based more on effective management of life than on one's capacity to learn. Success in college and in life is based on how we direct our attention and manage life's priorities. At this point, many middle school and high school students struggle with what this means. Their life is consumed with dopamine-rich activities found in social media and gaming. Is it worth considering a dopamine detox? A dopamine detox is the process of changing the brain's relationship with dopamine-rich activities. When compared to gaming and YouTube, many teenagers find life boring and relatively meaningless. Those with ADHD find it even harder than most to disengage with those high-interest activities. Therefore, learning to prioritize and manage the mundane responsibilities of life becomes a life challenge exacerbated by screen addiction. This last recommendation is not easy, but maybe an extremely important challenge for your teenager to take on. I hope this was helpful. All the best to you and your family, and be well.